This morning, Chief Justice Gilbertson issued an order declaring a judicial emergency, and what this will do is that this will allow the circuit courts to take necessary action to protect vulnerable people and keep the virus from spreading. The CDC last night issued new guidance. It requires us only taking one specimen from each person, which is effectively going to double our testing capabilities. We also expect to have more tests coming in the days ahead. We've been in constant communication with providers since January. I will be going to Sioux Falls this afternoon to meet with officials from Sanford and Avera, and we did conduct a call with the tribes this morning that our Department of Health and our Secretary of Tribal Relations was on, and they hosted that call. We will continue to do this type of outreach. Long term, my general counsel this morning met with the Secretary of State's office to discuss contingency plans in regards to the spring election that's coming up, reviewing the situation and making sure that we're prepared with any steps that may need to take place. And I just want to remind everybody across the state of South Dakota that common sense is still something we're encouraging everyone to use when it comes to regards to large events that they may attend. If you are elderly, if you have pre-existing health conditions, we're encouraging you to stay home. We also are asking you to wash your hands. That's still one of the most effective things that you can do to help control the spread of COVID-19. With that, I'll take any questions that you may have.
Governor JP at KORN News Radio, can you say which county the new infection is in?
It is in McCook County.
Age of the person?
This is Kim Malsom-Reisen with the Department of Health. The new case announced today is a 30 to 39-year-old male located in McCook County.
Thank you.
Governor, what changed between yesterday and today in terms of leading you to take the actions you have today?
I don't think we've seen changes. We've had encouraging news in what we saw with the numbers that came back with positive test cases. These are all things that we've been following the CDC guidance on and looking at information. All the steps that we've been taking have been appropriate, and today we're announcing some of the plans for the future. I think what's good is we're looking at how the curve is coming at us as far as new infections, and we see trends going our direction. So the things that we are implementing today and for the next week are proactive. We're going to make sure that we're keeping people safe, that we're making good decisions. Our schools will use this opportunity to clean their facilities and make sure that we continue the encouraging news and good trends, and that we also will make sure that we're doing due diligence when it comes to our court system, to our state employees, and then how we're bringing large events together.
In terms of the school,
Governor, do all tests need to go through the state lab, or is there the possibility of contracting with private labs to speed results?
This is Kim Malsom-Reisen with the Health Department. We have another option available now that we have commercial lab capability coming online. And so we do know that one health system at least has already started to use commercial lab availability. We expect that lab availability to continue to increase to help us with testing capacity.
Is the McCook case travel related, or is there evidence that it's spreading in the community, or did he have any contact with any other positive cases in the state?
This is Kim Malsom-Reisen with the Department of Health. The new case did have a history of travel. We do not have community spread of COVID-19 in the state of South Dakota at this time.
Governor, when will the schools reopen?
Well, we are closing schools for the next week that's coming up, and then we'll continue to reevaluate, which is what we've been doing all along on all of these decisions. When it comes to those future announcements, we'll certainly be keeping you updated on a daily basis.
And as far as the girls' basketball tournament that's underway now, will that continue or will that be held?
No, I believe that they'll be coming out with an announcement soon at my encouragement. I think they've made the decision to postpone. And the ones for next week will be postponed as well.
Governor, as far as the schools go, is that a mandate that they are required to close, or will that be up to each district to decide if they will close or not?
It is a decision that I have made to tell the schools to close for the following week, and they can use that time to prepare their facilities for the future.
Governor, is that all schools throughout South Dakota?
It is all K-12 schools, and we are encouraging the private ones too as well.
Thank you very much.
I do want to reiterate that we got new guidance out of the CDC last night when it came to testing, that we take one specimen now to send in for testing, so that effectively does double our testing capabilities. So while we see encouraging news on the results of those testing, that we do still have very good capabilities when it comes to whatever may come our direction in the coming days.
When do you think you'll have the next batch of test kits in?
At any time.
We expect that shipment imminently, so certainly within the next few days. But again, providers have the testing equipment that they need and supplies, and the state health lab does as well.
Governor, what other state agencies have been involved in this process so far?
I would say every state agency has been involved for many weeks now. We've been working with, obviously, the Department of Health, the Department of Public Safety. We've been working with the Department of Education, Social Services, Human Services. I don't think there is one that hasn't been engaged in this for several weeks, planning and making appropriate decisions to take care of the health of the people of South Dakota. Further questions on the phone?
Yes, Governor, I was wondering that over the weekend, how is the public going to know on any new positive cases in their location?
As we announced yesterday, that the website, covid.sd.gov, will be updated every day by noon. That's where they will go to find out exactly how many pending cases we have out there, how many have tested negative, how many have tested positive, and they can get up-to-date information there. And again, if people do not find their questions are answered from the website, they can call the 800 number, which is 1-800-997-2880. So that's not a phone number to call if you're not feeling well. If you aren't feeling well, you should stay home and you should call your provider. Call your doctor, your nurse, your PA, and visit with them about how best to take care of your health. But if you do have questions that you can't get answered or that you aren't finding that to address the concerns that you have, please call that 800 number, 1-800-997-2880. Again, the website will be constantly updated every day at noon. We will continue to put new information on there, up-to-date information that you can access at covid.sd.gov.
Thank you.
How has your personal life changed during this period?
My personal life?
Well,
I think that
daily life.
Yeah. Well, I would just say that we have, for weeks, this has been our number one priority. This is not just my job. This is my life, my family, my friends, the people that I've spent my entire life with. So we are spending every single moment doing and making proactive decisions to make sure that we're taking care of the people of South Dakota.